Welcome to psychology. Over the span of the next 2 years, you're going to be delving into some really amazing concepts and experiments that will truly open your eyes to the people that you interact with every single day. I always tell my students that psychology is either going to make your world really awesome or really boring. For me, it makes the world really amazing. One of the things that we can get caught up with, though, is like overanalyzing every interaction that we have with people and why they do the things that they do. I'm going to try to make sure that you guys don't do that so that psychology can be as awesome for you as it is for me. So one of the reasons that I'm making these videos for you guys is so that we can get through an entire unit of study prior to the school year even starting. I mean, we could spend a lot of time talking about things like, what is psychology? Well, psychology is the scientific study of mental processes and behavior and how they are impacted by internal processes in the environment. But I don't really want to do that with you guys during the first 2 weeks of school. I would rather spend that time doing experiments and getting into the really cool stuff. So hopefully these videos help with that. I'm going to try to keep these videos pretty short for you guys. They're generally going to be about 5 minutes long. I do talk a lot, so if you've had me in the past, you know that you could ask me something such as, Mrs. Ganner, what did you eat for lunch today? And I'm going to tell you what I ate and then why I ate it and then a story it reminds me of. So I'm going to try not to do that in these videos. I do talk a lot. I apologize. You'll get used to it as these 2 years progress. So let's get down to the purpose of this video at this point. So this is going to be the 5 things that make psychology super swag. Most of this is a list that I have created, but it's also some of the stuff that the IB really defines psychology as. Number 1, psychology is multidisciplinary. That's right, kids. You're not just in a social studies class. You're in a biology class. You're in a social studies class. You're going to do anthropology, sociology, history, all of that good stuff. And then you're also going to do some statistics too. So you'll do some calculations and things like that when you do your experiments. One of the coolest things is that you are going to get some of that international study stuff you learned in 9th grade. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Taylor and I were not crazy. We knew what we were talking about. We knew you'd use it later. Number 2, metacognition. Now, did you ever think about why you think the way that you do? If you haven't, you're going to in psychology. It's pretty mind-blowing to actually ponder why you think about certain situations the way that you do. And it has a variety of different reasons for it, whether it's your family or your biology or whatever. We are going to really get down to understanding why we think the way that we do. Number 3, question everything. If there's one thing that you will learn in psychology, it's that you have to be a critical thinker. You cannot take anything for granted, not even what I tell you in class. So make sure that you're always analyzing and you're always questioning. Number 4, psychology has something for every single person. Whether you love economics or you want to be a doctor or a physicist, a teacher or an engineer, anything at all, psych's got something for you. I know a lot of you questioned whether you were going to take psych or I don't know, biology or chem because you wanted to be a doctor. FYI, you need to work with people as a doctor, so psych is really going to help you out. Probably more so at this level than if you would have taken that extra bio or chem class. So count your blessings, you're in the best class in the universe. But really, guys, psych has so many different fields. There's entire fields of study that are dedicated to stuff like consumer spending. You know, there's a reason why they place the soda and the small bags of chips at the end of the checkout lines as you are going to check out your groceries, because you're more willing to buy them at that point. So we actually have a lot of people that study these sorts of phenomenon and use it to put their products where people will buy them more frequently. So folks, psychology is everything. So no matter what field that you decided to study as you move past high school, it's going to help you out. And finally, number 5 actually doesn't exist. I just don't like even numbers, so I made number 5 so that we would have an odd numbered list. This pretty much completes our first video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. They're going to get a little bit cooler and more engaging once I get back to Pennsylvania, where I have my Wacom tablet and I can actually draw things instead of making these stagnant cartoons for you. Hopefully I can get some animations and stuff in here too, but you're going to have to deal with this right now because it's all I've got. And just so you can be impressed with my artistic abilities, I drew these all with the cursor on my MacBook Air. That's right, folks. I didn't even use a mouse. So see you guys in a couple of days when we talk about the 3 levels of analysis in IB psychology. Until